Welcome to Riga. This year, the Latvian National Ballet is celebrating its 100th anniversary, and on World Ballet Day, we wanted to give you the possibility to see behind the curtain into our everyday workday. Currently, the Latvian National Ballet is preparing two new premieres, George Balanchine's ballet Serenade and Edward Clug's ballet Carmina Burana, and both will have their premiere on the 5th of November. Today, we wanted to give you the possibility to see into our ballet class and our rehearsals on the stage and in the studio. We're also inviting you to a conversation with Latvian National Ballet Artistic Director Aivars Leimanis, Ballet Carmina Burana choreographer Edward Clug, and Ballet Serenade repetiteur Viki Psihoyos. But first, a warm welcome to World Ballet Day. Labrīt un laipni lūgti Latvijas Nacionālajā Opera. Good morning and welcome to the Latvian National Opera. Today it's International Ballet Day, and this year the Latvian National Ballet is celebrating its 100th season. We will soon be starting class with ballet master Aisha Sīla and our wonderful pianist Natalija Dirvuka.
Lec vaļā. Divi. Aiz sevis. Trīs. Suteņu. Ar papēdi uz priekšu. Flex. Tandi uz priekšu. Ceturtā. Desplijē. Deviront. Aiz sevis visu kāju. Viens. Plijē un demiront. Un atbrīvojam gūšas. Demi. Un divi. Чуть-чуть левая плечико еще. Ага. Левая. Уже лучше. Ага. Grand plie. Atvēram kāju un por debra. Kreisā. Un relevē sesta. Relevē. Paldies, Natalija. Paldies, Natalija. Ar kreisu grand, por debra, demi, grand, por. Ceturtai tikai atcerēties 1, un 2, un 3, un 4 palikam šeit, grand plie. Tadadam, tududum, un uzreiz uzkāpjām, un varam. Nostiepjam cielu, un tikai tagad. Por debra. Labi. Un divas guržas. Labi, plec neceļam pie stangas. Aha. Pie stangas plec. Visiem lejā. Fondu. Passe. Turlian. Чуть-чуть сфокусируем. Добре, 9. Rond. Vēl skaisti arabeski, skaisti. Un kur ir kāja? Tur tombē. Visu kāju uz ranversē. Un piruieties. Labi jāņutā. Un. Atpakaļ trīžē, te dubal, stāv. 2, 2, andīdān. 1, 2, 3, 4, andur. Labi, labāk. Un 3. Solīs. Pierēties. Anfās. Nedaudz padosim rokas. 4. Fondu à la seconde. Fondu à la seconde. Neaizmirsam rokas. Tāram. Pa deburi un čуть-чуть. Еще держи. Во, хорошо. Чуть-чуть раньше, да. Выше. Туранлер. Туранлер. Aha! Un 1, 3, kreisā. Aiz roku. Galvenais jānoskrien. 2. Un tur lēr. 2. Un. Un. 1. Meitenes pēdējais sadalīties. Jā, tur ir 2 meitenes bija sadalīties. 1. 3. Un. Aha. Šis un. Sutiņo. Double. Jā, un. Kreiso pa 2. Осторожно, да, то есть. Paldies!
Hey!
Hey, labrīt!
Hello, Aidančik!
How are you doing?
Good, how was your class?
It was okay. Nothing special.
Should we
Just
show
a warm-up
around?
class. Yeah, why not?
This is our ballet floor.
Yeah. So we're in the new building now.
And they're the costumes for the Serenade, which is premiering very
The
soon.
girls, yeah. No,
We
a
have
lot
to
of
go
stuff.
downstairs
Downstairs,
already,
yeah, to
no?
the stage, yeah.
Yeah, let's go. tell us where we are now. We're in the new part, no?
No, yeah, we're in the new part. We're coming down the stairs. So this is where we have the new stage.
Yeah. We have this small auditorium, new hall. It's like 200 something seats.
Yeah, big enough.
And our opera house, it's like 600 people working here.
At least, right? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
What do we have? We have the set factory where they make
Costumes,
all of the...
yeah, we can produce our own
costumes.
everything. There's the artistic
All the
bureau.
tailors. Yeah, the
Here's
directors are in there, I think,
So a sneak peek into the new hall.
Yeah, there's an opera rehearsal going on right now. I think it's the Merry Widow. I think.
Could be.
Oh no, spell you dance you. I played I danced. It's the Ievads opera, yeah?
My friend is the director.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this week is truly special. We have a premiere coming up.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Yes, Saturday, Sunday too.
And now we're approaching where the new building meets the old building.
Yeah, so this would have been an alleyway. This here is it was the outside of the old building. And we made it the inside.
Yes. It's a beautiful, beautiful opera house.
Yeah, I want to show them the house so they can see all of our gold.
Should we go there?
Yeah, I think it would be
There are the
good.
hair, dressers, everything.
Yeah.
This is our stage where we're going to soon start the rehearsal with Edward Clug.
It's set up now for Carmina Burana with the big ring.
We go there
now we
later.
will show the people.
The auditorium.
My favorite part of the opera house, for sure. No, I think we're quite lucky to have this.
Absolutely.
So opulent.
Seki?
Where the public sits, obviously.
Yeah. It's 933 seats.
Yeah.
Used to be a bit more before the renovation.
And we have standing room in the back, no?
Yes, also.
For some shows we sell standing tickets in the balcony. All of the gold. I love the gold.
Yes.
Almost all of our performances are with
Live
music all of the time. Some sections are recorded, like more of the special effects and stuff like that, right? But almost always, we're dancing with live music, which is really great. And no, I think we're lucky to have this. No, it's the best.
Absolutely, we're spoiled.
It's the best I've ever been in terms of the audience seating.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, gorgeous. I hope they can see
so
the
what's about
chandelier
to happen?
too.
We're going to start a rehearsal of Carmina Burana and Serenade. One work, Carmina Burana, is by Edward Clug, and Serenade, George Balanchine. And Latvian National Ballet is celebrating 100 years. And it was born actually, the birthday is considered 1st of December 1922, when it was the first full-length ballet to be performed. But actually the company started to form a bit more earlier, like 1980 already, but then the official birthday is this. And on 1st of December, we're going to have a huge gala.
Yeah,
that we're also
big
very
gala,
much
3
looking
acts,
for.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's 3 acts.
And many guests are coming, and there's Edward.
So we can see now Antons and Ieva are preparing their, just checking their first duet for Carmina Burana on the stage. Always good to mark through.
Yeah, it's so nice
Before you
now
go.
when it's coming together with the circle and everything. It's this super exciting moment.
Maybe we can tell them about the stage. So right now the stage is on full tilt, so it's
full
ramped
tilt?
all the way.
But this is a
now.
big privilege actually, that we can regulate this tilt. It's not.
Yeah, so we have
not
these
many
hydraulics
places like this.
under the stage that
you can
moderate
adjust.
the angle of the vamp. So for this ballet, I would fall over if I was going to do pirouettes, but then for Serenade it's going to be closer to flat. Not totally flat, but just a couple of degrees. Yeah.
And not only Latvian National Ballet is celebrating 100 years, but also we have our national school and the Riga Choreography School, Riga Ballet School, it's renamed now. Riga Ballet School is celebrating 90 years this year. So
it's a big year for us.
Yeah, big year. We should go warm up.
Actually, yeah. I'm just sitting and relaxing, but I have to work.
Yes.
So from the pretty side into the working side now. And then onto the stage here off to the right. Oh, me first, thank you.
Why did I let you first?
Maybe let's show them the view of the house from the stage.
Yeah, let's see the house.
Because the audience is sitting in it, but I think we actually get to enjoy it more than they do. Gorgeous.
We're very, as I said, very privileged to have Edward here today with us, because tomorrow already he's going to be in Stuttgart for the official World Ballet Day. So now there's this precious time with the choreographer where everything comes together after a long period of working.
Edward is working with Masachis now, Alexander Sasachis on his little solo. How did you come to the decision to make the ballet Carmina Burana?
I didn't. It was not my idea. It was a commission from Grand Ballet Canadien in Montreal. It took a while until I said yes. Ivan Cavallari, the director, was insisting, and I'm happy I accepted. In the beginning, of course, everyone has its own understanding or notion about this music, and we know it's quite specifically. In my opinion, it just felt, too concrete and in a way also complete. So where to find there a little space for my choreographic behavior, and even more for a certain concept, which we kind of like build up through the process. And probably it's not the work that would depict or represent really myself as a choreographer, but I wasn't, it's not like Peer Gynt or some other ballets that have a a specific theme, literature, or in this case music. And then you have to find solution within the existing. And I think Carmina Burana is a good example in that sense, of my striving in trying to redefine or find new or different meanings in highly manipulative works such as this.
So our theater is the third, where you've said Carmina Burana now. As you mentioned earlier, the premiere was in Canada. And can you say that there have been any changes in the ballet since Canada and now coming to us?
Yes. In Canada, it was a very short process due to other, involvements, and it was well received, put together. But I thought, now that we have a very good frame, I could build on that. And the pandemic gave me that opportunity, and we wanted to come up, as soon as everything would be ready. To open with Carmina Burana after the pandemic, so we had a lot of time, to work on it. So I redefined some of the scenes completely, and it was worth it because it became, you know, more compact, and but nevertheless, you know, main things were still the same as in Canada. And as they are also here, of course, based on past experiences, we know what you know, what we have to work on and improve, and what really works and what works a little less, and how to you know, find a way to deliver a you know, a complete work, which is not complete only because of the music, but because also the whole participation, and of course the live experience of the music, choir, orchestra, soloists, and the dancers. You have to be patient and discreet and allow each kind of section to come front. So I was avoiding to fight the music. I was avoiding, you know, to escape the music. Actually, the opposite. I was just looking for a place where, you know, the choreography or my vision could coexist with Karl Orff's masterpiece.
Interesting. So you mentioned Peer Gynt earlier, and our Latvian public is very familiar with this ballet. It's still in our repertoire. The audience loves it every single time, almost always standing ovation, screaming, shouting at the end. So can they expect something similar this time from you, or what kind of an offering is it?
It's definitely going to be a different experience, and but not less powerful. Only the power, it will come from a different place. Carmina Burana also, of course, it has it's set into a, you know, theatrical environment, but does not get that narrative as Peer Gynt. But obviously, we can also follow a you could say story, which in fact is very simple. You know, you have two poles, masculine and feminine. You know, kind of like circling into an orbit. Circle, it's a central element of the piece, coming closer and closer and closer to its center, and then, you know, they unite for a brief moment, singles or as a group, and then they're being you know, ignited back into the orbits. And I think that's also the metaphor of life, you know, and our brief encounters.
Thank you. So it's our 100th season this year, and you're coming back again now. So you have some experience with the company, and can you just say what it means to you to be working with the Latvian National Opera Ballet again?
I'm, you know, with Aivars Leimanis, we developed a not only professional, but by now we know each other for many years. He's always hunting for new works, and I'm very appreciative that he appreciates what I do, and we develop a very strong relationship. And he's always around at my premieres, and it's a very, very dear place for me to come back. And even more, I feel so honored to be part of your extraordinary anniversary of 100 years, and also to share the evening, you know, with the pioneer, with the one that ignited the development of contemporary ballet in 20th century, with George Balanchine, and with the beautiful Serenade.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, we're here with Viki Psihoyos,
Yes.
from the Balanchine Trust. She's been helping us set Serenade here in the Latvian National Opera and Ballet. So, there's lots of stories about Serenade, the girl that comes in late, the hand
Yes.
blocking the moon. And I was
Yes.
wondering if you had a personal story from yourself that no one knows yet.
Well, first of all, the ballet is about to be 90 years old, and I'm old but not that old. I wasn't in the original cast. He did it on students. He didn't, Balanchine. Mr. B didn't have a company yet. He was working with ballet students and working on tendus and all these things that they have to get good at. And then he wanted to give them something to do that's fun and moving. And he didn't have, every day was a different amount. There were 7, there were 9, there
girl would come in late and he put it in. A girl fell and he said, "Wonderful, dear, let's keep it in."
So in this evening, we're starting with Balanchine Serenade,
Yes.
then we have the intermission, and we have Edward Clug's Carmina Burana with
Yeah.
the super powerful music from Carl Orff.
Yeah.
I personally really like this combination together.
Wonderful.
How do you feel about it?
Wonderful. It's so wonderful because it's two ballets similar in ways. First of all, Balanchine made up new vocabulary. He took point shoes. Ladies were on point, but they weren't doing things like falling off or marching or walking on point. So he did a lot of, let's see what we could do on point, hips out. So he made up a new vocabulary, and Ed Clug does this too. He has his own vocabulary. And if you look at the two ballets, they're about love, but one's very grounded and earthy, and the other's more ethereal.
Balanchine being
Balanchine being the ethereal, yes,
Yeah.
everyone's seen it at the end. And the story, is there a story? Well, what's the story?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think the story is? It's really about what you view, the viewer. People tend to make their own stories anyway, and Balanchine thought that's pretty cool. What does it mean to you? Last night I was watching with the 4-year-old daughter of Victoria,
Yeah.
and she saw the first pas de deux and she said, "Oh, they're going to be friends now."
That's cute.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the story to
Yeah.
her.
What's your favorite thing about working with us here in the Latvian National Ballet?
Oh, wow. Look at this place, this hall. The opera houses, we don't have opera houses in America. It's just a grand tradition. It's about to be 100 years old, and it sells out. Your culture, people just go. They might not have a lot of money, but they save up to go see the arts. The arts really matter. Serenade's the most popular ballet in the world. It's the most asked for, and not everyone gets to do it. That's another thing. I told the dancers it's a process. You have to ask, and then the trust asks for video and wants to know how they look and do they have enough, and then they granted permission. So not everyone gets to do Serenade. So that speaks highly of your group. And I like to think about the planet and all the serenades going on at once, little blue lights. We have serenade going on all over Cleveland right now, this week.
Same as us.
Yeah, same as us. It's opening or opened last weekend, and it's kind of cool to think about it like that.
Yeah, it is interesting. Balanchine's always been very popular choreographer in America and also Europe, and this is our first Balanchine here.
Yes.
And I think it's special for me because I'm an American. We have our 100th
December
season.
1, yes.
December 1st is our 100th anniversary.
Amazing.
So I think for us, we're very happy and grateful that we did some Balanchine in our repertoire. And
It's wonderful, wonderful. Yes, and I love being the bringer, the pollinator, the bringer of the steps and the technique and you know, the ritual and the attention to musicality and detail. It's fun for dancers. You watch them open up, they blossom like flowers. They love it.
Yeah, it's no, I've heard some of the girls in the company talking. No, they really feel like they can dance when they're doing this one. It's a ballet for dancers, I think, even more than it is for the audience to enjoy. I think that the dancers really like
It is for
participating in this show.
dancers. You notice nobody's looking out at the audience ever. It's sort of we're dancing with each other and they're allowed to watch.
Yeah. I think that's very special.
Yeah.
So, is 100 years a lot for a ballet company or a little?
Yes and no. If we compare to companies in America, Asia, Australia, yes, it's a lot of. But our nearest neighbors around Baltic Sea, Royal Danish Ballet will celebrate 275 years, Swedish Ballet 250. But no, anyway, 100 years is quite serious age. We try to keep big classical performances. We have huge repertoire. In our repertoire are 19-20 full-length titles in season. We perform altogether 85-95 performances in season. In our repertoire are biggest classical ballet like Baleta, Swan Lake, Raimonde, Don Q, Sleeping Beauty, Giselle, Corsair, Coppelia. But at the same time we don't want to be only museum of classical ballet. We have a lot of neoclassical things. We do a lot of world premieres. What is very important, and of course contemporary ballets. Last premiere was Markovs Gekes Nijinsky, Krzysztof Pastor Dracula, now will be Edward Clug, was before Christian Špok and many others.
So in the last few years, how has the ballet company changed? We've had a lot of foreign boys coming in, enjoying the company, no?
I was a little conservative before, because many years in our company was only dancers from our ballet school. Okay, one school, one style, traditions. But in one moment I understood I have to something change. And now are in our company amazing, very good dancers who want to dance, who love dance. And I think now company looks much more interesting and more powerful.
How should the Latvian National Ballet's future look like to you? What do you imagine for us in the future?
In my opinion, classical ballet will be forever. It's our basis, foundation. But very important is world premieres. We have to create new ballets. We have to keep masterpieces. Three things: classical ballet, masterpieces and new creations.